From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
It's a major night tonight on Evenings LALATE and LALATE Live, Crypto Live, and Wall Street Live. Massive stimulus checks coming to millions of Americans, and these are 2023 February stimulus checks. Have you become a member? Go around this video and get these incredible checks. In this recording, we're going to go over these 2023 February stimulus checks for you. We're going to go over stimulus checks A to C, passed by Joe Biden, stimulus checks E through K from the Congress, and L to Q that I found for you thereafter. Then we'll go over other stimulus checks for small business owners, children, and also unemployment stimulus. We'll go over how to get these incredible stimulus checks easy, quick, and fast in tonight's recording at that newsletter, news.la.com/newsletter. Become a member right now and get these huge checks across the board. And how much are we being paid? A lot of money. 18 months, 5 checks per month, and about $3,000 across the board. These February 2023 stimulus checks are for you, SSI, SSDI, SSA, veteran, low income. These are stimulus checks passed for the federal government for Americans, U.S. states, and U.S. territories. We're going to go over these incredible checks and how other members have gotten them. Welcome to the 100 brand new members who joined in the last 24 hours. And I'm going to show you how to become a member and get all these incredible checks in tonight's recording. It's at news.la.com/newsletter. First, we'll go over the checks, how they got passed. Then we'll go over each check one at a time, A to C. After C, we'll take a break and we'll go over to that membership newsletter, go through it and work through it together. Then we'll go back to stimulus checks E through K from the Congress. And then we'll go to L to Q, and then other stimulus checks for children, small business owners, and unemployment. Then later in this broadcast, we'll go over the breaking details of the markets. The Jay Powell announcement came minutes ago. The Federal Reserve and a bull market is underway in my prediction. In tonight's recording, we'll go over what is the indication of a bull market and the best performance of the market since just January of 2019. The month of January just ended, and how good was. We'll have the latest details as inflation softened and corporate earnings are beating. But we also have reports that came out today that showed some softening. Plus, we'll go over the latest details on crypto and what you need to know on those major coins making major moves today. From the shores of San Marcos, California, it's America's most watched show in prime time. It's Evenings LALATE, and the deliciousness and everything you need to know starts right now. And good evening, everybody. As predicted, the Federal Reserve spoke minutes ago, and as predicted, it was a 25 basis point increase from Jay Powell. No surprise there. Time to move on because that is a story we already knew was going on. But now let's go to the more important story. 2023 stimulus checks passed, and these are credible stimulus checks. How are we going to get them? What are we going to do in this broadcast? First, we're going to go over the eligibility. Then we're going to go over the payments amounts, and then we'll go over each check one at a time. We'll go over the membership newsletter, and then the second half we'll go over the latest details on the markets. Let's go right first into the eligibility. These 2023 stimulus checks are for you. These are checks that have been passed over the last 3 years, 2020, 2021, and 2022, still law. The way that federal laws work is that once they're passed, they remain law, and they remain active so long as they're funded, and these are still funded. The eligibility is very easy. It's for you if you are on SSI. Stimulus checks for you for February 2023 if you are on SSI. Stimulus checks for you, SSDI. For February 2023. Stimulus checks for you, SSA. Veterans, low income, $75,000 less as a single individual, and married couple, $150,000 less across the board. These are stimulus checks for the federal government. So it means it's for you if you live in a U.S. state or U.S. territory, and it's absolutely incredible. Those are the eligibility For the first groups of checks we're going to go over in this broadcast, here are the checks we're going to go over: A to C, E to K, and L to Q. We're going to go over how they became law. Then we're going to go over each check one at a time, and we're going to go over that incredible membership newsletter. Have you become a member? Hundreds of brand new members in the last few days, and they're getting massive amounts of stimulus checks. And you need to do the same. Go right in this video, join this channel, and start getting massive stimulus for February 2023, SSI, SSDI, SSA, veterans, and low income. Without a delay, let's go right into the first three checks right now. The first three stimulus checks for February 2023 are stimulus checks A, B, and C. When did they become a law, and who made them law? These became law from Joseph Biden in spring of 2022 when he passed an executive action which established a lot of beautiful stimulus checks at the time. And let's look at those beautiful stimulus checks and what happened in spring of 2022. The President of the United States came along and passed stimulus checks A, B, and C, and there's a lot of money in them. And we're going to go over one of them at a time in this recording. A, B, and C has about $100,000 done by executive action. And the way the laws work is that once they are law, if they remain funded, as these generally are, then you can still get them. These are stimulus checks for Americans in U.S. states and U.S. territories. All the checks early in this recording from A to Q have the same eligibility. These are stimulus checks for you, SSI, SSDI, SSA, veterans, low income, for February 2023. Then came Congress and they established more checks, E through K, and they're coming up later in this broadcast. And those beautiful stimulus checks, E through K, have the same eligibility. SSI, go get it. SSDI, SSA, veterans, go get it. How do you get it? Become a member. Watch this entire broadcast. Go into the membership newsletter. And I'm going to walk through it with you very slowly, one stimulus check at a time. Then I found more stimulus checks for you, L&M, N&O, P and Q, and they are all in the incredible membership newsletter. So we have a lot of stimulus checks to go over in this broadcast, and A to Q all have the same eligibility. These are stimulus checks for SSI, SSDI, SSA, veterans, low income, anyone who made less than $75,000 last year, 2022. These are February 2023 stimulus checks paying out right now, law right now, and viewers who are on SSI and SSDI are getting them right now, and they're getting them every month. Yes, they're monthly. We're going to go over these MSC checks in just a second. How many months are they getting, members of this channel, and how much are they getting on average? They're getting on average about 18 months of monthly stimulus checks, about 5 stimulus checks per month, and about $3,000 of stimulus checks per month across the board. So these are absolutely wonderful. And how do you get them? By becoming a member. So first we're going to go over A to C one at a time. We're going to go A, B, and C. Then we'll take a break. We'll look at that beautiful membership newsletter. Have you become a member? Do it right now so that you can start getting some beautiful stimulus checks in that membership newsletter applied for at news.lalate.com/newsletter. Then after C, we'll continue with stimulus checks E through K. Remember, those are the ones from Congress. And then we'll go to stimulus checks L to Q. Same eligibility. After that, we'll go to other stimulus checks coming up later in this broadcast. And then we'll go to the latest details of the markets, what happened with Jay Powell minutes ago, corporate earnings that came in today, some economic data, and also major news on crypto. It's a big show tonight. I'm really excited you're here. And without a delay, let's go into these big stimulus checks. Fast stimulus, $300,000, 18 months, $3,000 a month, and 5 checks per month across the board. Let's look at the first 3 checks right now, A, B, and C from Joseph Biden. Stimulus check A is a $6,500 to $12,000 stimulus check. This, of all the stimulus checks in this broadcast, is the only one for just homeowners. All the rest are for renters and homeowners. A is a beautiful $6,500 to $12,000 stimulus check. How do you get it? You go into this video, become a member, join this channel right now, and go right down into that membership newsletter and go get stimulus check A applied for. I'll show you how you do this in a second. Then stimulus check B. And here start all my renters checks. Stimulus check B is a lot of money. Of all the stimulus checks, my favorite is N because it's a computer, tablet, free laptop. But I like B because it pays the most months. And this is stimulus check B right now. 18 months is paying on average. MSC, we advocated for it. Purple Power advocated for monthly stimulus checks. Multiple stimulus checks. We got it because B is paying on average 18 months of stimulus checks. And it's huge. Now, Before I continue into C in a second, let's remember B is for both renters and homeowners. But also, what I'll make very clear to you right now is you're watching something different on LA. This is not a $600 stimulus check. This is not a $1,200 stimulus check. This is not 3 pennies in the fountain. This is not a bagel and a side of sauce. No, it's not. This is monster stimulus. In a second, I'm going to show you one stimulus that pays over $500,000. This is monster stimulus that members are getting all the time. And you want big money. You don't want small pots of money. And that's why we're going through all these incredible checks. I like B the most because it pays 18 months. Why would you not like 18 months of checks? And it's not 18 checks. It's 18 months of checks, about 5 checks per month, about $3,000 across the board. So B is really quite wonderful. You know Frank Mancuso. I featured him a lot on this channel. He became a member, and in less than 30 days, he was sitting on those monster amounts of checks because it's fast stimulus. Fast stimulus. And why would you wait? Get that beautiful purple hawk emoji behind your name. Join a member right now and start doing what Frank Mancuso did so well. You deserve these monster sums of money. Again, B is the one that helps you get so much money across the board. And here is, of course, Frank Mancuso. Frank Mancuso, congratulations. Look at that beautiful hawk behind his name. Do you have a hawk behind your name? Are you in the live chat? Well, become a member right today and be proud of the Purple Power community that has been winning on this channel for 3 years. What is LALATE? If you just found LA tonight, welcome. Let me tell you who you're watching. You're watching the #2 most watched financial news channel in America, LALATE, that airs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on 3 channels. No one has gotten more people more money since the start of the pandemic, $50 million. Now covering everything from stimulus all the way over to crypto, covering everything you need to know to make more money every day on the hour by the hour with 3 channels. So far we are at stimulus check B. The next one is from Joe Biden. Stimulus check C, which is for rent, utilities, mortgage, assistance, and more. It started in December 2020 when there was not a lot of money around, and at the time, I found it, but it got more money when third stimulus got passed, and Joe Biden funded it even more. How much does it pay? Again, this is rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and more. It's paying on average about 18 months. Congratulations. Lynn Glenn and Spelly and Council's viewers have gotten big sums of money. If you've had a recent success story, post in the live chat, or if it was a few months ago, post in the live chat, send me on private message. Let's look at some of those beautiful numbers that people are getting for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and more for stimulus check C. Do you want a $30,000 payment of stimulus? Of course you do. These are stimulus checks for you, SSI. Go get it. SSA, veterans, low income. Go get these February passed law 2023 stimulus checks. Congratulations from Richard and Nancy and Mark and Elizabeth. Look at these great success stories. That's for rent. Then let's look at some more success stories right now. This is for utilities. Nancy, 7,000. Mark, 6,500. But Mark taught his brother-in-law, and his brother-in-law got 15,000. This is how you do it. Lynn Glenn taught her family men as well. And here's a SNAP. Mark's brother-in-law is getting $250,000 over 10 years. SNAP is continuing. The add-ons of SNAP in some states are phasing out, but SNAP is still law and is not going away. Combinations of checks. Mark got $32,000 of 2023 stimulus checks. But then I showed Mark how to get more money, and then he added 19,000 on top of it, bringing it to 50,000. Then he got 100,000. Then he went to 166,000 of 2023 stimulus checks by getting stimulus check B, because remember, that's the one that pays a lot of money. And here's Lorraine. She was at 105, and she went to $155,000 of great stimulus. She keeps on going more and more across the board. Congratulations to Lorraine, doing such a wonderful job. Other viewers are doing even more. Dragon has gotten 170,000 from becoming a member to all 3 channels. How many channels are you a member of? There's 3 channels, LATE 1, LATE 2, and LATE 3. Margaret is triple member as well. Dragon keeps on pouncing, getting more money across the board. Johnny's gotten 20 friends and neighbors, $250,000, and he keeps on getting massive sums of money. Become a member right today and start getting these huge sums of money. And you know what time it is. It's time to look at that incredible membership newsletter. Now that we've done stimulus checks A, B, and C, let's look and see how that newsletter works and where do you get these checks. So far we've only done the first 3 checks, the first 3 categories of checks, A, B, and C. In a second, we'll continue with the E to K and L to Q. These are all stimulus checks with the same eligibility, and that eligibility is this group of people right on the screen right now. SSI, SSDI, SSA, veterans, low income across the board. So how do I get these stimulus checks? How do I apply for them? These are federal stimulus checks from the federal government for Americans in U.S. states and U.S. territories. This is not 3 pennies in a fountain. It's tens of thousands of dollars, some cases over $100,000. And these are stimulus checks passed law for February 2023 for you, SSI, SSDI, SSA, veterans, low income. So how do you get them? Step 1, subscribe to this channel. Step 2, become a member to this channel. And how do you become a member? Right on the video, it says join the channel. Step 3, apply for the incredible checks in the membership newsletter. I put all these incredible applications because we have a lot of different stimulus in this channel and a lot of different stimulus in the show. And I put it all together for you in the brand new newsletter that got totally reformed and updated again last night. We'll go over the excitement of that in just a second. Make it even easier for you. You don't even have to write down the website address. It's right on the screen. The newsletter has been on around the channel for 2 years. It initially was delivered from me to you, Monday through Friday, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, via the YouTube alerts. But as a Christmas gift last year, I thought, why don't I put it in a second location? That's even easier. At a website. So you can go into that website 24 hours a day, 7 days a week without a delay. You can become a member right now. You can join on this video right this minute. Do it. And then you can go right into that membership newsletter right now and start applying for big stimulus checks. They're paying 18 months of 5 checks a month. Do it right now. That's news.lalate.com/newsletter. Now, to make it even easier for you, you don't even have to remember the website. I put at the top of the chat, the website, under the comments of the video, and also in the description of the video. Just recognize what it looks like. news.lalate.com/newsletter. Click it, and you're ready to go right into that newsletter. Grab the password, listen carefully, grab the password from the most recent post on your channel. It's sent out with every post for members on your channel every 15 minutes approximately. Grab that password, the most recent current password, and put it into that password-protected newsletter that is only for members like you, so that viewers like you can get all these incredible stimulus checks, and you're ready to rock and roll. Now, coming up in a second, we're going to look at those next stimulus checks, E through K and L and Q. But first, let me go over something that happened last night. And boy, everyone was just ecstatic about it. It was really exciting. Last night, the membership newsletter got new features added to it. Wow. So the membership newsletter has stimulus. Membership newsletter has the worksheets. Membership newsletter has the latest economic data, the stocks and what happened across the board. But now the membership newsletter has even more than ever before. Now it has resistance levels in crypto. It has analyst reports on your major stocks. So when an analyst says, I'm upgrading Ford stock because of what happened with manufacturing, I'm putting it out in the newsletter. So now if you hear something on air, you're like, wow, I want to read about that. I heard that. I want to see what that says. And a lot of what you're hearing tonight, or most of what you're hearing tonight, will also go into the newsletter tonight as well. So tonight we'll be covering, for example, last night we covered McDonald's, UPS, Exxon, Pfizer. That went right into the membership newsletter last night. Tonight we have more of that type of stuff coming up late in this broadcast. And when I give you new predictions or I give you new reports on crypto making big moves today, 16% up, 50% up, or stocks making major moves, I put it right in the newsletter instantly that day within an hour. So if you don't even have to take notes anymore, it's that straightforward and that much fun. Viewers are just having a lot of fun. It's just so much fun. It's just a few dollars to become a member. And imagine if you bought a coin and it goes from $30 to $40 in just a few hours, you've already doubled your money on becoming a member. That's how wonderful this channel has become, and I'm so excited you are part of this incredible family. Congratulations to nearly 100 brand new members who've joined in the last 2 days. So now let's continue with those stimulus checks. A and B and C we just did from Joe Biden. What came after that? Of course, E through K. And those incredible checks came from the Congress. And Congress passed more stimulus checks. Again, these are the same eligibility as all the previous ones. Let's look at that eligibility one more time so we don't forget. That eligibility is unchanged, and these are stimulus checks for you, SSI, stimulus checks for you, SSDI, SSA, veterans, low income. These are your beautiful stimulus checks. And let's look at beautiful stimulus checks, E through K, starting right now. Where did these come from? Congress. When? Last year. Federal? Yes. All U.S. states and U.S. territories, U.S. citizens across the board, Same eligibility. Stimulus checks for you, SSI. Stimulus checks for you, SSDI. Stimulus checks for you, SSA. Stimulus checks for you, veterans. Stimulus checks for you, low income. These are February 2023 law passed, funded, being paid out stimulus checks, but you need to go get them. And how do you get them? You become a member. Do it right now. Go around this video and let's go over stimulus checks E through K starting right now. Stimulus check E is a beautiful $7,500 stimulus check. Wow, I just love it. Stimulus check F, $4,000 stimulus check, great. Stimulus check G, 30% off. Stimulus check H, $2,000 stimulus check, wow. Stimulus check I, $8,000 stimulus check. J, $8,000. K, a $14,000 stimulus check. So those are your beautiful stimulus checks from Congress, A through C from the President of the United States, and E through K from Congress. Now, let's look at the next group of checks, and again, same eligibility. These are the stimulus checks that I found for you. Hours and hours of research go into finding these stimulus checks. This is advanced stimulus. We're not here for 2 pennies in a fountain. We're here for big sums of money and lots of months of stimulus checks that we advocated for as the Purple Power community, and we got it. Congratulations, SSI and SSDI. So now let's go to the ones I found thereafter. L is a beautiful $100,000 on average of loan industry money in the membership newsletter. M, $4,000 stimulus check. N, a gorgeous, wonderful, free new laptop, computer, or tablet. Yeah, I love this one. I absolutely adore it. Stimulus check N, brand new tablet, computer, or laptop. Get it? It's a membership newsletter at Stimulus Check N. Then we go to Stimulus Check O, which is zero down payment and zero closing costs on a brand new mortgage. And then P is a beautiful refi at 3%, and Q is an $8,000 stimulus check. So those are your stimulus checks A to Q, passed law for you for February 2023 tonight. And they are all in the membership newsletter. Become a member right now. Join this channel. Welcome to 100 brand new members who have joined this channel, and they're cleaning up. And now in that membership newsletter, again, you get more than ever before. You get not only access to $300,000 of stimulus, but now you get access to all this. Corporate reports, earnings reports, guidances on crypto, how to make money on crypto, the latest movers. I put it all in the membership newsletter. It's so fun, and it's updated literally every few hours. There's always breaking news in that membership newsletter, and it's just so excited for you. It's coming up more later in this broadcast. Now, that membership newsletter is there, news.lalate.com/newsletter. And so far, we've done A through Q, but I do have other stimulus checks for you right now. And these are for other people. These are stimulus checks for small business owners first, employees next, and then we have children's checks. First, let's go over the small business owner stimulus. This is really why LALATE shines. This is why you do so well. Stimulus check R is upwards of $500,000 of February 2023 stimulus checks for one person. Yeah. Stimulus check R is the employee tax retention credit. It's in the membership newsletter, Stimulus check R. Reach out to tax preparer. How does it pay? It pays based upon you, if you did, kept someone on staff as an employee in 2020 and 2021. If you had an employee in 2019, the pandemic hit, you kept them on staff for all of 2020 and 3/4 of 2021, you're getting $26,000 for that one employee. Yeah, right now, in February 2023, $26,000. If you had 20 employees, $500,000 of February stimulus 2023 stimulus checks. Yeah, this is advanced stimulus. This is why LA is number one. No one comes anywhere close to this. This is why you are a proud member of the Purple Power community. There's always something exciting going on here, and it's just so wonderful to be with you nightly on this channel. That's Stimulus Check R. Reach out to tax preparer. Next up, children's checks and also unemployment stimulus. So labor has held up relatively well, but I'm still recording unemployment in the event that people start losing their jobs at any time, or whether they did before and then they got it back. To file an unemployment claim, there's 2 steps. First, you have to understand this is for a W-2 employee that was fired anytime recently and remains unemployed at any time. You can go back in time so long as you remained unemployed for the time that you're asking for those checks. Let's look at the 2 steps and the questions that are asked in each of those 2 steps for unemployment stimulus. For unemployment stimulus, the step 1 is to file the claim. Go in there and file that claim, and it will ask you, were you a W-2 employee that was fired? Yes. Date you were fired? You tell them. Then it's going to ask you two other questions. Willing to work? That's a mental question. Able to work? That's a physical question, like are your legs good, are your arms good? And the answers are yes and yes, then the claim will be approved. That's step one. Go to your state's Department of Unemployment, because I like the websites the best. They're very well designed. They're very easy to follow along. If you make a mistake, it tells you you made a mistake. They're just great websites. State unemployment website. For anyone who is a fired W-2 employee, go get that step one done. Then, once the claim is approved, you have to ask for those weekly checks. And in asking the weekly checks, you're asking for a week in which you are then a still unemployed, fired W-2 employee. So if this happened in the past, you can do this. For example, if you were fired in October, very much unemployed in November and December, you can do that, even though you may have a job now in February. That's how it works. Get that unemployment stimulus right across the board. Moreover, people have been asking about those children's checks. So if you had children that are normally paid, given free meals by the schools, and those free meals are given to them because of your household income, and you had to keep those kids out of school during the pandemic, well, more PEBT checks are coming across the board. That's heating up on brand new shows coming to this channel in just a few days. So much stimulus. It's just a great year because 2023 is the combination of so much stimulus checks across the board. But boy, we have a huge, huge second half tonight. We have corporate earnings that are coming this morning. Then we have the latest details with Jay Powell that spoke minutes ago at the Federal Reserve. Then we have indication of a bull market, as reported first by me about a week ago, and more data today that validates a bull market is underway. You don't want to miss a trend upward. You don't want to miss the opportunity to make big money. I'm going to show you where it is. And then we have indication today that perhaps, maybe it's not a bull market. We'll compare and contrast the data, and we'll discuss it in the live chat as the show is airing. Plus, we'll be looking at the latest details of what happened with crypto today, and I'll give you 3 new coins, brand new tonight, that had big runs today. Every night, there's brand new crypto, and every night, there's brand new stocks and brand new analysts and brand new economic data on this channel. It's why it's America's #1 most show in prime time. And the big second half, we're going to go into Crypto Wall Street Live and the latest details on what to see with its economy. It's a sure night with a lot going on, and we got a lot still coming up. I'll see you back in 60 seconds as America's most loved show in prime time continues. It's LA Live. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE Live Daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.